In just 2 weeks, Cape Town will come alive with one of Africa's most celebrated cultural events, the Tweede Nuwe Jaar procession. Final preparations are well underway for the parade scheduled for the 4th of January. Organisers are anticipating over 100,000 spectators on the day in celebration of culture, history as well as freedom. Newzroom Afrika's Nasiphi Same has the details.
The race to the 4th of January has officially started, with preparations in hand to transform the heart of the city into a spectacular display of colour, rhythm and traditions. The Tweede Nuwe Jaar parade is one of the continent's oldest cultural events. This vibrant parade has deep cultural roots, dating back 117 years to when slaves in Cape Town were granted one day off by their masters.
It's certainly the biggest cultural event on the African continent. There's nothing else that rivals it. We're looking at an even bigger event this year on the 4th of January and not on the 2nd of January because the 4th coincides, or the 2nd rather, coincides with Juma at sunset on the 2nd. And we had our Voorsmaakie last week and we had the first glimpse of the troops and their preparation and the music that they will be playing this year. And I can assure you that many of these mid-sized troops have stepped up and they've become super troops. And you're looking at troops of 1,000, 2,000, 2,500 individuals that's gearing up to parade down this very Darling Street.
Of the expected 24 troops with about 20,000 participants, District 6 Hanover Minstrels will be the first group to parade.
District 6 Hanover Minstrels is always the first group that opened the street parade. The youngest in our troop is 0 to 1. The elderly ones, you get them from 80 to 85. That's the older people. So for us, for Tweede Nuwe Jaar, we are ready, we prepared to take the streets of Cape Town. For Tweede Nuwe Jaar, we put extra time in. We practice from Monday to Sunday. There's a lot of preparations for this, not just for Tweede Nuwe Jaar, but for the entire carnival. We start practicing from March up till December. December we end. And it's time, it's practice, it's getting the kids to rehearsals, prepping food, transport. It's a lot that goes in.
Of the over 20,000 individuals that are expected to partake in the procession is Bandmaster Giovanni Dirks of the District 6 Hanover Minstrels. He promises the group will bring their signature flair to the parade.
I can tell you, we're coming with a lot of pizzazz. We're coming with a bang, and I want to tell them all, we are not coming to be the quiet ones this year again. We're coming to make a lot of noise. We have an anthem this year, and that anthem is creating a lot of envy with other teams. So, like, for example, we have lyrics saying, they say they want to be a star, but I'm a D6.
Locals are already marking spots along Darling Street 2 weeks ahead of the carnival. Over 100,000 spectators from far and wide will be treated to a sensory celebration with dazzling costumes, explosion of colour, face masks, panamas and lively music.
You can't explain the feeling that goes through it, from young to adults to old. Just that festivities, that madness, that joy, that excitement, moving to the beats of the band, enjoyment. It's basically just taking back to our culture of when District 6 was forcibly removed.
As the clock ticks down, choirs, bands, uniforms and dance routines are starting to take shape ahead of the big day. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Nasiphi Same in Cape Town.